Cold Merlot slid down my forehead and into my collarbone as my sister Kira loomed with the empty bottle like a trophy. "You have until sunrise to get out of my house," she hissed. Across the table, our parents, Helen and Grant, clapped. 20 years of scapegoating distilled to this. I breathed, reached into my blazer, and set a brass key on the linen. "Then you have 60 seconds to save your future." Silence rang. Kira's jaw worked. Before she could spit something, I raised my hand. 3 months ago, at Grandmother Rosenvale's funeral, while you were live streaming your grief, something happened. Their faces flickered. Confusion, annoyance, curiosity. I smelled lies and polish. Gray March afternoon, I'd sat alone in the back row. They'd posed in the front. After the service, her attorney, Arthur Bloom, silver hair, wire rims, angled me into a side room. "Miss Mara Ellis," he murmured. "Your grandmother updated her will 6 months ago." He handed me a thick envelope. "You're the executive of her entire estate. $3.2 million, portfolios, properties in Colorado and California, and one clause that made my pulse skid. Any relative who showed hostility toward me would forfeit everything if I documented it." Back at the table, Kira sneered. "You expect us to buy this funeral fairy tale? I expect you to read." I unlocked my phone, swiped to the photos of the will, then to footage I'd taken 90 days. "Grandmother watched how you treated me." "So did I." Helen shifted. "Mara, stop embarrassing yourself." "Embarrassing?" I dabbed wine from my cheek. "Kira hit me while you applauded. That's Exhibit A." I tapped the key. 60 seconds is now 45. Grant pushed back his chair, mouth opening and closing. "That's impossible," he said. Color drained from Kira's face. I set my phone on the table. The screen lit with pages and applause in bold. "Hostility forfeits shares," I read. "Documented time-stamped." I scrolled, bruised wrists from the night Kira blocked the door, an audio clip of Helen calling me a parasite, a video of tonight's bottle arc. Kira rasped, "Grandma adored me. She adored performance." I said, "You are the matinea." I lifted the brass key, and it's the master key, because last month I bought this house. I slid a folder through the wine ring. "Deed transfer, Silverfinch Properties. My LLC. Your third mortgage defaulted. The bank preferred cash." The chandelier hummed. Helen whispered, "We gave Kira this house free and clear. She gave it away 3 times. I kept my tone even. Boutique, crypto, oils. The bank filed foreclosure. I finished it. For 4 weeks, I've let you stay without rent while I gathered what the will requires." Kira lunged for the papers. I drew them back. Also, that basement guest suite, illegal rental, 2 years of undeclared income. Reviews don't lie. Grant sagged. "We can be reasonable." "Reason left with the cork," I said, tapping the empty bottle. I set an envelope between plates. 30 days notice. As owner, I'm kinder than you were to me at 16. Seconds bled off my watch. The room shrank to heartbeat and ticking. Kira's phone slipped, clattered. What happens if we apologize? You start acting like family," I said. "We discussed terms, but the will doesn't negotiate with violence." I checked the watch. 10 seconds. Kira swallowed. "What's part 2 of your surprise?" I smiled. "Evidence." I set my tablet by the plates and opened the security app. The dining room camera showed tonight. I scrubbed to last Tuesday. Kira, using a spare key, rifled my desk, pocketed Rosalind's pearls, then sliced the gala dress. An audio clip followed. My parents at this table plotting a fake surgery for cash. Helen pressed her napkin to her mouth. Grant stared at his hands. Kira's bravado leaked. "I recorded what you chose," I said. "The clause demands proof." I slid 2 options across the cloth. Option 1, I file everything. Will enforcement, eviction, police reports, and tax issues your accountant ignored. Option 2, you sign acknowledgments, enter therapy, make restitution, and stop lying about me permanently. Kira's gaze drifted to the brass key, then to the bottle's green shards. "What happens to me? You forfeit Rosalind's bequests. You return what you took. You apologize to every neighbor you poisoned, with stories about my instability." Ticking filled the room. "At last," Helen whispered. "I'm sorry," Grant nodded. "Well, sign." Kira's chin trembled. "I was cruel. I wanted to be the shining one." "I'm sorry, Mara." The apology landed like rain on droughted earth. Not enough to heal enough to begin. I gathered the agreements. Then sunrise isn't a deadline. It's a start. I rose, pocketed the key, and looked around the house I owned. Crown molding, scuffed floor, new weather. Terms, I said, 30 days to vacate, 90 for restitution, weekly therapy, no contact unless respectful. Break it, and I file. No one argued. The grandfather clock told 9. For once, I wasn't the scapegoat. I was the author. I chose an ending that freed,